Hey, Wrong World Entertainment and Blade, the movie that the MCU, for no matter what they do, cannot get to work. They cannot get writers to stay, they can't get directors to stay. Mahershala Ali at this stage, is he even still attached to this thing? We don't know. But one of the things that was always getting talked about was the setting. Now, it originally was said that it was going to be set in the 30s and that it was going to revolve around racism and all that crap. Well, it turns out, that rumor's not just true, but it in fact wasn't the 30s, it was the 20s. Yep, apparently a costume designer who was going to work on that movie has basically let it slip that was the setting for Blade. And we're going to take a look at this. By the way, this movie's not happening. It's never happening. Even word coming out of insiders within Disney are saying, this thing's dead. They can't crack it. It's not happening. But anyway, it says, the Blade MCU project has been trying to ice skate uphill for a number of years now. Mahershala Ali was announced as the star of Blade all the way back at San Diego Comic-Con 2019. 6 years, people. Come this summer, 6 years is how long they announced this thing, and it hasn't happened. So since then, the MCU project has suffered a number of reported setbacks, draining several directors and screenwriters in the project's quest to satisfy Ali and Marvel Studios executives. Since 2019, there have been 4+ directors attached to the project and at least 5 different versions of the script. However, one sticking piece has been the rumoured setting of the film, which was said to take place in the 1920s, which was first rumoured back in September of 2022, and the latest rumour from January 2024 speculated that the film was still set in the 20s. Now, 2-time Oscar-winning costume designer Ruth E. Carter has seemingly confirmed this key plot detail. The John Campea Show has talked with Carter about her work on Sinners, and in that interview, she revealed that she was ironically already working on a period vampire film, Blade, when Ryan Coogler's camp came calling to discuss Sinners. While this plot detail has been rumoured for quite some time, this is the first instance where someone involved with the production has confirmed the rumour as true. Now, with Blade changing creative teams so many times over the last few years, and the success of Sinners, it's anyone's guess to whether the Blade film is still a period piece. The last update from Ali on the project was a while back, but he seemed upbeat. We're working on it. That's the best I could tell you. I'm really encouraged with the direction of the project. I think we'll be back at it relatively soon, said the 2-timer Oscar winner. Now, the thing about that was when they got the last writer, who has now quit as well, on board. The guy who worked on, wasn't it True Detective or something like that, that Ali worked with. As far as we're aware anyway, and the last time I remember seeing, he had quit and walked away from it as well. So, the movie's not happening. No matter what they try and spin and say at this stage, it's not happening. But what we do now have 100% confirmation is that the setting is in fact, or at least was in fact, meant to be in the 20s, which then lines up with the fact that yes, it was going to revolve around his daughter and fighting racism and all this crap. And apparently one of the, I think it was either the comic book writer or one of the writers who was working on the script flat out said as well, just recently, last week, that for some reason we just can't crack the script for Blade. And it's like, how could you not crack the Blade script? I don't know. It's not like you have all of these to go by or anything like that, or just have a vampire hunter hunting and killing vampires. No. You couldn't crack it because you were trying to shove the message in there. That's why you couldn't crack it. And a 1920s setting, we know exactly what we would have got. But there you go, folks. The 20s setting is confirmed by the costume designer who was previously working on the movie. So with that, I shall leave it there for this one. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.